Oh boy, so here we go again. Hey everyone, what's up? Open World Games here. Hope you all are doing good today. Yes, it is a double upload day today, but we're talking about fans being disappointed in the brand new vanity chest, the Elysian Chests. So I did a video update this morning about this. BioWare Chris responded to a bunch of new questions about the next update, update 104, which is coming out next week. But in one of the responses, he mentions what's going to be included in those Elysian chests, and people quickly noticed, hey, it looks like no armor is going to be included in these Elysian chests, and that is confirmed. No armor sets are going to be making into the Elysian chests, and that's where fans are pretty upset. We're still going to be getting vinyls, emotes, materials and stuff like that for our javelins, but we wanted armor sets. And to begin this whole story, what is the origin of this whole story? So yeah, a lot of us just assumed that there was going to be armor sets based on the fact that they were called vanity chests and the lack of armor in the game as is. But the good news is this. I guess there is some good news here. We're going to be getting 2 armor sets next week. So just remember that. There will be 2 armor sets releasing with update 104. So let's go into the origin story here of what happened here. So Riley says this. Hi, Ben. Fellow Aussie here. When can we expect to be able to acquire armor sets in Anthem? And Ben Irving of BioWare responded saying Elysian Chests should be up next week. Now, he did correct himself saying this. My bad here. I read the question as when can we earn vanity in Anthem, as opposed to when can we earn armor. There are no armor packs in the Elysian caches, but there are a lot of very cool vinyls, arrival animations, victory poses, and emotes. More details coming, and people are still very bummed out about it. I'm looking forward to the vinyls. I think that the vinyls could be cool. I'm hoping that there are some neat ones in there. The Challenge of Valor vinyl, for example, is a really cool vinyl, but we need armor. Like, we really do need armor. And also, I'm seeing the community really wants armor as a reward through open world exploration, through completing strongholds and not just stuck in the store. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. But one of the replies was this from Brutal Expert saying, "Run before Reddit finds you, brother." And AJ responded, community manager of BioWare, says, of Anthem, says this. Ben is here periodically answering your questions in his free time from working on the game. If you guys have any feedback or frustrations, please feel free to reach out to myself or Jesse. Thanks. So yeah, if you guys have anything that you want to say about features and disappointments and so on and so forth, hit up Jesse and of course AJ on that one. But anyway, let's keep going through the replies here about this one. So BioChris did confirm this as to what is going to be included in the actual vanity chest coming up here. Vinyls, arrivals, victory poses, emotes, chimeric compounds, chimeric alloys, weapon parts, masterwork embers, storm parts, ranger parts, interceptor parts, colossus parts, and materials. So that is the confirmation right there as to what we can officially expect from those vanity chests. Still, armor sets, man. Would have been really cool to have some armor sets. Now, Alexander says this. It was an unfortunate miscommunication, but corrected quickly. I'm looking forward to the Elysian chests. Are you considering adding armor pieces or sets down the line? I think it would give people much more incentive to hunt down for Elysian chests. So that's another thing. And I'm going to give my thoughts on how they should add armor into the game going forward. And then Frank G says, so no way to earn new cosmetic armor through gameplay other than grinding coins to purchase them in the abysmal in-game store. I seem to recall multiple times, multiple people saying they'd be earnable through gameplay was a big selling point for myself and I'm sure others. And yeah, I really want to be able to earn this stuff through gameplay. So one way that I think they could do it is basically have a specific set, ways to earn armor pieces, like through events, like therapy giants, and so on and so forth. But it doesn't have to be the entire armor set. Like, you can earn a helmet, and then you're encouraged to go out into all the activities. Perhaps narrow down what activities offer these armor pieces, but really go out there and keep trying to build that set. The Division 2 is another game that's really doing a good job with their cosmetics. You have cosmetics that are dropping in the open world, and then there is a cosmetic store, and I was very surprised with how much they actually had in the cosmetic store, but I was still getting stuff in the in-game world. Some of it wasn't that good. Like, I'm like, a white t-shirt, who cares? But still, you're still getting stuff in the world. So I think that they need to create, like, personally going forward, maybe 4 pieces of armor sets, 1 for every javelin, and then basically have it where you can collect the helmet, you can go out and collect this piece, that piece, and so on. And at least they would have that out there. And then on top of it, keep releasing armor sets into, you know, the store. So that's something that I think could be possible in the future. But again, you know, creating armor sets, it does take time. But we did see previously, you know, armor sets. So I don't know where those went. But Michael Newsman brings this up. He says, well, the community who has been supporting and rooting for this game has many disappointments, including the lack of available armor. Despite this being touted as a feature in marketing, showing numerous sets we can't access, many hoped they'd be in the Elysian, as it's been implied. Going on to furthermore say the following: we continually get disappointed with store reset and inexplicably rotates the same sets in and out. We can't even spend the money we want to give you, all because there's no incentive to, with such paltry selection, and now a producer gives hope and turns out it's misinformation. Furthermore, he says the following: when it was announced chests would contain cosmetics, you all knew the implication would have been easy to stream to say, the chests won't contain armor. A larger selection will, however, be rotating more quickly in and out of the store, as we know that has been a large request. So, yeah, that's one way that they could have handled it for sure. Now, AJ, community manager, responded saying this: sorry you're disappointed, man. We are aware the community wants to see more armor sets. It's not something anyone is trying to hold back. Some things just take more time. And then a further reply here from Michael says, I appreciate your response, and I know next to nothing about making, shipping a game. It's hard to fathom why it would take time, however, to rotate armor into the game that we've already seen and created in marketing, if the assets are already there as opposed to being created. And he shows off these really cool armor sets here that we got to see there. Let me pop that back open. And they look really cool, and this is the type of stuff that we really want in the game, of course. And we're all just wondering, where is this? Like, what happened to these armor pieces? And it's something that I personally am wondering as well. I'm as confused as you guys, and it's such a bummer to see the lack of armor in the game for sure. Now, again, I'm still really excited for the vinyls. Like, I think that there could be potential of some really badass vinyls in this game for sure. So I'm going to keep a lookout for those, and we'll discover how many vinyls there are in these vanity chests versus emotes. That's going to be interesting. That could be a whole other matter, another issue that we may talk about in the future. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, again, remember there's going to be 2 armor sets coming up here next week. So keep that in mind. As I recall, I believe they are for the Interceptor and Colossus, if I recall correctly. I'll double check that information and keep you guys in the know. But yeah, let's keep going here. So there was another post here by Rainx who says this: Dear Bioware, what's with the Elysian Chest? And he goes on to say the following: I haven't been playing Anthem this week because I've been on the Division 2 and had some other things going on. Yesterday I finally got the chance to watch your live stream, and the entire time I was so excited about everything you guys announced. By the way, I'm jealous of the view sliders for PC players. I couldn't wait for the update. That's how a lot of us felt, you know, and his story mirrors a lot of us for sure. Goes on to say, then I jump on here late last night and see people talking about the most important part of the announcement being a sham. So you're telling me the Elysian Chests won't have armor? That's a joke, right? And furthermore, he says this: Sigh, I love you guys, I really do, and I love this game. I don't want to be overly critical or harsh, but for gosh sakes, you cannot be serious with this. How can you make a looter-shooter game and take out 75% of the freaking loot? Yeah, 75% of the reason players play looter games is to look cool. You have literally taken that away. Like, really, one of you guys need to take a break and go play the Division 2 right now. No, like, really, I'm not joking, because you need to see what your competition is doing to have a vast understanding that your game isn't going to compete if you don't make a change in your philosophy. Now, the first part of his sentence I definitely, like, agree with. I really enjoy this game still. Like, I have a blast and a ton of fun, and I think, you know, incentive playing it even more would be armor pieces. And it's a shame that armor and vinyl sets aren't both merged in with the loot experience. It's just such a shame. It's like, it would be amazing to see, you know, of course, you're getting Masterworks, Legendaries, if that ends up working right in the future. Hopefully they get that down as well. Completely corrected, and then you see, you know, a vinyl pop out, and then you keep playing, and then maybe down the road you see a cosmetic pop out from an enemy. That's the sort of thing that I think a lot of us desperately wanted from this game. And going forward, I hope they make the adjustments to where somehow, some way, they can get some sort of vinyls, some sort of armor sets in the actual open world experience as part of the loot. Alright, so next up, he says this: if I open the Division 2 right now and go and run a live event to slaughter a couple low-level enemies that are going to drop me some sort of cosmetic loot, damn near guaranteed. It might not be high-level. Hell, it might not even be, it might be even something ugly, but it gives me options. My character never leaves the mission looking the same. So yeah, there's that one. And then he says, now here I am coming back to Anthem, getting frustrated because my javelins all look the absolute same as they did when I beat the game in February, and it's about to be April. Come on, guys, I'm really a big fan of this game, and I really want it to succeed. However, I can't keep speaking positively about the game, word of mouth, if you keep slapping us in the face with stuff like this. So, yeah, that's how a lot of us feel for sure about the game. You know, I was really, really hoping for some armor pieces in those Elysian Chests. It would have given, like, a huge boost to the game. But, you know, if people start appearing with really cool vinyls, like really, really cool vinyls that actually look really neat, then people will be like, how did you get that? Well, the Elysian Chest. Then that will, I think that will spread by word of mouth for sure. And if it's something I can highlight in videos, and you know, people are really interested in those vinyls, I think that could help. But again, we need armors, I think, built within the open world experience. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. It's kind of a bummer for sure. You know, it would be nice to have, like, good news every single day. You know, I'm really looking forward to patch 104. There's some cool stuff coming up, legendary missions. Excited about that one, and then, yeah, collecting these vinyls and stuff. But emotes, I don't really care much for emotes. Like, as long, if there's cool emotes in there, I'll still use them. But other than that, vinyls and armor sets are what I'm hunting now. And then I'm just waiting for news also about any new weapons. Come on now, we need new weapons. But guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more open world gaming goodness and Anthem news. And I will see you next time. Take care.